Hey everyone, today we're diving into an adventure about a man and a big guy with a wine opener is about to make his entrance. At a crucial moment, the memory gem finally makes its grand appearance. Li Juzun, the 35-year-old hitman, is part of the supervillain. Usually, he makes a living by lending a helping hand, but a week ago he went rogue and swiped 10 billion from his big bro, scheduling a meetup with his sister-in-law. But fate had other plans as he got caught on the way. Battle was about to break out, with Li Juzun's skills. Xiaobai was so excited, he grabbed a flashlight and a boom, turned off the lights, and kicked off a crazy massacre. When the lights came back on, the warehouse was filled with ghosts. Xiaobai thought it through, and it was time to hunt for that 10 billion. Even if Li Juzun bites the dust, it's no biggie. He could find someone else to inherit the cash. It's the perfect opportunity. Xiaobai hopped on his motorcycle and sped through the night, while his big bro put the 2 billion bounty on his head, making all the hitmen go wild. In an instant, Xiaobai became a walking target, but by the time he realized it, the hitmen had already closed in. He dashed into a mall. Hitmen trapped him on the rooftop lot. Hesitating briefly, Xiaobai jumped off the roof. He plunged into the pool with car, escaping capture in plain sight. His sister-in-law had waited long when he reached the dock. Xiaobai's heart was racing as he noticed Li Juzun might have a crush on his sister-in-law. After a brief hug, she asked Xiaobai if he shook his head lightly, and she asked where the money was. Xiaobai turned around and pointed to a small boat behind. Xiaobai was furious, climbing up and cursing his sister-in-law for her heartlessness. Interestingly, the Grim Reaper was chuckling nearby. This game is simply too entertaining, Xiaobai thought, wanting to know why his sister-in-law wanted him dead. The Grim Reaper said, "What else?" Fearing the word money, Xiaobai couldn't help but smirk. The boss had put a 2 billion bounty on Li Juzun, so he was bound to face his doom. Instead of running away, he should restart and claim that 10 billion. Xiaobai could hardly wait to enjoy life. Thinking about this, the corners of Xiaobai's mouth lifted faintly. He was dying to enter the next round. Good night, only child. This body won't be sentenced to life, will it? Xiaobai pondered as the guards drove by, saying, "Your time's up. You can return to your cell." Xiaobai put on shoes, feeling anxious. Others must be there. Being alone isn't good, or he might get a beating. Luckily, everyone in the watchtower was super friendly. Xiaobai asked when he'd be released, and his buddies said in 4 days they'd be getting out on the same day. Xiaobai sighed in relief. Luckily, it's just 4 days. Am reminded Xiaobai to keep his cool these days and not to provoke that weirdo again. Xiaobai asked which weirdo, and the prison door opened, revealing Dazhuan. He was in prison for murder. What are the odds? The whole prison was against him. Everyone knew he was a total weirdo who'd done bad stuff. Xiaobai set fire to the blanket, and friends rushed to break it up, while Dazhuan coldly remarked, "I've already got one life on me, so I don't care if I take another." Xiaobai just turned 20 and dreamed of becoming a professional boxer, but he had to give it up due to poverty. But fate gave him a chance 2 years ago. Someone offered him 1 billion to take the fall, and at that time, little Xiao was only under juvenile law. Probation was likely, trial soon, but a shocking twist occurred. The girl he hit died, and little Xiao was sentenced to 2 years. In prison, he threatened him multiple times. He raised the bid to 10 billion, but his opponent quickly retaliated. Luckily, little Xiao was quick on his feet, and the metal shard scraped the prisoner's shoulder, triggering alarms and landing him in trouble. Little did they know, Xiaobai had been a hitman in his past life, equipped with top-notch combat skills. Subtitle: in this lifetime, he's inherited the young body of a boxer again. Together, they finished them off in less than a minute. Dazhuan had been staying up all night, sneakily slipping to the restroom and spending over an hour sharpening his toothbrush into a blade, hoping to revenge Xiaobai. His plan failed at start. Xiaobai crouched, eagerly recounting AQ's story. Dazhuan trembled in fear and asked Xiaobai how he knew AQ's name. Xiaobai whispered, "That kid is standing right behind you now." Dazhuan was petrified. AQ had a terrible end, Xiaobai said with a mysterious smile. His face was smashed to bits. "Dazhuan is going to lose it," Xiaobai said. "AQ can sit on your shoulder until you become him." 3 days later, just before his release, Xiaobai tossed a box of strawberry milk. Dazhuan recalled his threats to AQ and got scared out of his wits. Once Xiaobai was out, Song Gun was waiting for him, handing over $1 billion reward after he got in the car. Xiaobai, however, said it wasn't necessary. He wanted to leave it in the past and for them to owe each other nothing moving forward. He took a cab to the dock where Li Shixin had his incident, but in reality, Xiaobai had lied that night. The money wasn't on the boat. He buried the cash. After digging it up, he was troubled. Depositing such a sum in the bank would surely raise suspicion. Carrying it around wasn't safe either. After some thought, he headed to the subway station and put the money in a storage locker, which could only hold it for 4 days. He calculated that 4 days would be enough. He had stirred up enough trouble for a lifetime. It was time to go home and see Mom.